Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. My name is Rose. Thank you for stopping by my channel. I like to create inspiring and encouraging content, so I'm so grateful that you're here. And today I'd like to talk to you about um, your identity in Christ or finding yourself in Christ. Um, this is something that I like. It's a topic I like because I think that God created us each uniquely. So everyone is unique, everyone is different, they're wired the way God wanted them to be wired. Um, but I feel like some people walk around not knowing that you are a God's chosen person, that you are who you are, that you are different. And a lot of people try to find their identity in many other things. They find their identity based on what other people are doing, material possessions, or things that they think will define them, maybe fame or things like that. But the thing is that God has wired you in a very specific way. And until you are in alignment with that, then a lot of things that you do will not fulfill you. And you can find yourself living a resentful life, a life of just comparing yourself with others all the time, feeling that you're not good enough, you don't have what it takes. Um, Yet you would just need to find your identity in God. So something that I like from the Bible, with the women in the Bible, we see is that they all had their own journeys. Like we know the women in the Bible for different things. They all had their different paths. They were walking their different paths, and God's purpose for them was different for each one of them. But we see God's glory in their stories in different ways. So if it's the case for Ruth, we see her first husband dying and she gets married again. God restores her life, and she has like a whole new generation. And then with another person like Hannah, she's praying for a child. God blesses her with a child who becomes a prophet, does amazing things. And so there are other examples like Deborah, who was out there fighting, bringing her skills, leading other people into battle. Um, there was a lady in the New Testament who was raised to life by Peter, Tabitha, and she was kind and she was helping other ladies. She was out there making clothes for them and just being a good friend and a kind person in the community. And that was her role in life. So we see God manifesting himself in this woman's life in different ways. No woman had a story that was exactly the same to the other woman. They all had a different path and they had their struggles, and God showed up in different ways in their lives. God met them at their particular point of need. No one was trying to be another person. And so that's my encouragement for you today. It really annoys me how much women out here are insecure and feel that they are not, they don't have what it takes, or they're not good enough, and they keep comparing themselves to other people who seem to be assured of themselves. But the thing is, God created you with your unique DNA. There's none like you. You have very specific gifts that only you can bring forth the way God desired you to, you know. It's like the parable of the talents. God blesses each, the parable of the talents, where the master gave each servant different talents. One was given 5, the other one 4, the other one 1, and they were all told, go, and I'll be back to collect my talents. And so each of them went to work on them. And the one who had 5 brought double, the one who had 4 brought double, the one who had 1 went and hid it away and said, master, you reap where you did not sow, so I kept it away. And you know how the story goes. And so the master was not happy when he came, and this servant uh, did not double or work on the talent that he had to produce more. And so it's the same with your life. God has entrusted you with something within you, and it's up to you to bring it forth, discover it, bring it forth, and serve people with it. But what we see a lot of people doing is, oh, what is she doing? Then I'm going to copy what she's doing. I'm going to monitor her. I'm going to see what she's doing next so that I can do what's bigger than that, so that I can feel better about myself. And you have secret competitions with people, and you do not know where you're headed because you have to wait for that person to move. And in a way, that's kind of a miserable way to live, because you do not know who you are. You have to wait for other people to define it for you. Yet it is already given to you. God has a path for everyone. So, what would I encourage? Spend some time in prayer with God. Read His Word. Cut off distractions. Social media, noise, useless uh, engagements, things that are not bringing you any good. Not that you're cutting off everybody, but pause and reflect on the people in your life. Like, are they adding any value in your life? uh Pause and spend some time with God and ask Him to reveal it to you, and God surely will show you in different ways. Someone might tell you, you might have a conviction, you might have ideas of how you want to live your life, and then you start being sure about it, and it comes with peace of mind. So, know that you have an identity in Christ. Don't try find yourself in all other things, in fame, in money, in relationships with other people that you feel are way. I don't know. You put people up there on a pedestal, and you want to catch up with them. It's actually very exhausting to always think about other people and what they're doing. You should center yourself. God at the center, and you at the center, and you're living a life, and you live a wholesome, peaceful life full of joy. So, um, I hope you can find your identity in Christ if you're still seeking, and I hope you feel encouraged. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.